Greetings and salutations, fellow Transformers addicts. TFA 1024, the Transformers addict here, and today I am doing a video review on the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Warrior Class, Bumblebee. So right here we can see that Bumblebee is pretty much how he is in the show. His vehicle mode looks exactly like how he is in the show. A lot less paint applications, much like how he was in the cartoon, but there were a bit more paint applications on him in the show model than there are in the toy. But then again, these are simplified in both transformation and in paint, so it kind of makes sense, but again, it kind of doesn't. But anyway, if you really want to have him more screen accurate, you can always go to toyhacks.com and get your repro labels for Bumblebee. The set is available, and it looks quite good, and I might actually pick it up and do a review on it. But anyway, here you have Bumblebee in his vehicle mode, and I just gotta say, I really like this vehicle mode a lot more than what I thought I would. I personally just thought whenever I first saw this that I'm really not gonna like it. It doesn't look like how he was in Transformers Prime, but then again, since RID 2015 is a continuation / sequel to Transformers Prime, but a more kiddie version, it seems to work, and this vehicle mode actually looks very cool. So, yeah, so there's Bumblebee in vehicle mode. He does come with weapon and weapon storage. As you can see here, he comes with the, I guess you could call this the Star Saber, but then again, I guess you could call it what MGO calls it, the Bumble Saber, because it looks like the Star Saber, but I'm not sure if it is. I think it's just some sort of prime Decepticon hunter, or just a Decepticon Hunter sword, because he does have the handle right there for the Decepticon Hunter. And it does look like the Prime Decepticon Hunter, but it looks like it's just a standard Decepticon Hunter sword. And there is storage for this. As you can see, there are these two little peg holes right there, and you have these two odd-shaped pegs. And it's very simple. All you have to do is plug it in right there, and there you go. There's your sword storage. And it gives him like a little exhaust pipe, which is pretty cool. So it works. Whether you decide to use it or not is totally up to you. You can have the sword stored in a box, or you could just have it stored somewhere else. But anyway, yeah. So there's Bumblebee, there's his vehicle mode, there's his storage. So let's get on to size comparison, and to show off the evolution of Bumblebee throughout the toy line. Here we have first edition Bumblebee from Transformers Prime, and pretty good scale. Bumblebee is just a little, I want to say a little shorter from what it looks like. A little more compact, where you have this Bumblebee being the standard sports car. So, there's that. Next up, you have the more accurate version of Bumblebee. You have the Prid version. And the yellows matches, the black matches, and yeah, pretty good scale. This Bumblebee is a bit longer, while this one is, again, a little more compact. So, there you have that. Moving on, here we have the Night Shadow Bumblebee, which I pretty much use as the regular standard Beast Hunters color swap Bumblebee, which is, good enough. It works. So, there's that. Next up, you have the Prime Beast Hunters Bumblebee. Same yellow, a little bit more, I want to say probably a little bit more vibrant yellow in some particular spots, and you have that same blue on the headlights. And you have that. You got Murder Bee. And last but not least, here you have the Prime Beast Hunters Shadow Strike Bumblebee. I don't know what this one's called. I think it's just, night something. I don't know. There you have that. So, there's that. And to show him off with the previously reviewed Fracture figure, here he is. And, given how he's pretty much a small motorcycle, and he's a full-size car, I guess you could say this kind of works, but at the same time it kind of doesn't. So, there's that. Now, anyway, moving on to transformation. Once again, I'm going to do a little bit of my stop-motion magic and have him transform magically into his robot mode, so that way we can take a look at him, and, yeah. So, give me a second, and I'll be right back. And here's Bumblebee in his robot mode, and I just gotta say, I really like the way that he came out. Once again, did not think I would like this figure all too well, simply because it's more simplified, and, you know, there aren't too many paint applications and everything. However, that doesn't stop me from really liking this figure. That was my first impression on it, but when I got this guy in hand, I thought, wow, this guy's really cool, he's really fun, too. The transformation from robot mode to vehicle mode is also very fun. I mean, you can mess with this guy for hours and hours on end, and you just have a blast. Personally, for me, I really liked transforming him from robot to vehicle. And for that stop motion I did to transform him, it actually took me 24 frames per second. So I'm starting to really improve, and then honestly, you know, it's starting to really be fun, even just, you know, doing it on a simple figure like this. So yeah, here's Bumblebee in his robot mode, and once again, I just really like him. Now, of course, he comes with the weapon, he comes with a Bumble Saber, as MGO likes to call it, and he can hold it very well. If you really want to, you can have him do the whole, you know, Optimus Prime, Age of Extinction pose. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't, but you can, you know, you can do that right there. And see, that's what I mean, like, it doesn't really like to work sometimes. There you go. So yeah, he can do the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime pose with the sword. Or you could even have him do the whole lion oath thing, you know, and if you don't know what I mean, it's, you know, Thundercats. Like, you can have him do this. Let me see if I can do it first. So, let me see real quick. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Oh. There we go. You can have him do, give me sight beyond sight, and I think that's really cool to do, too. Word of warning, just be careful, because these fingers are pretty, you know, they may be thick plastic, but they can break, you know, if given the right amount of force. So I would be careful. But yeah, he can hold a sword, and he looks pretty cool holding it. You can have him in pretty dynamic poses as well. One of my favorite is, like, where he's ready to, you know, fight. So something like that. It's pretty cool. And speaking on the posability of this guy, for a simplified Transformer figure, he actually does have a bit of articulation, which is very nice. His head is on a ball joint, so it can give it a little bit of wiggle waggle. He can turn it only about a little less than 180 degrees, which is kind of sad. But then again, his head is oddly shaped, so he can't really rotate it all that well. His door wings can rotate. You can have him flail out like that. You can have him, you know, go in like that. You can position him however you want. His shoulders are on a ball joint. They go 360 degrees. They go in and out. They can shift due to transformation. His arm is on a mushroom peg and can go 360 degree. And it can also bend at the elbow, which is very nice. His waist is on a universal joint. It can go 360 degrees. His legs are on or his thighs are on ball joints, or some sort of universal joint. They can go forward, back, in and out. He has a nice knee bend, a little less than 90 degrees, but it's there, so he can bend his knee, and he can wiggle his feet if he really wants to. The one major complaint I have about this figure is he has no heel spurs whatsoever, and he is very difficult to kind of stand. Like, it's not bad, but it's something that could have been added for the sake of, you know, collectors like me, to just add that little bit of support. Like, they could have done something here, but anyway, yeah. So for size comparison, here he is with RID fracture, or deployer fracture, I should say. And I'm not going to do the whole comparison with the Bumblebees, because we all know what he looks like standing next to himself. And, yeah. So for my final summation, do I recommend this figure? I highly recommend this figure if you happen to enjoy RID much like I do. And I would definitely pick him up. And if you would like to pick him up, you could always go to BigBadToyStore.com to check availability, or TF Source, or Robot Kingdom, or just go to your local store. I'm pretty sure he'll be there, because with the Bumblebee comes the Hive. And I would definitely pick him up. I really enjoy him. I think he's really cool, and I'll probably end up getting those repaint Bumblebees too, just because I like this mold quite a bit, and that shows my appreciation toward that mold. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So this has been the video review for the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Warrior Class Bumblebee, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button if you like this video. If you want to see more of my awesome videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook, TFA1024, The Transformers Addict. I will leave a link down in the description down below. And if you would like to chat with me, or if you want to let me know what you thought about my videos, then please hit me up down in the comment section down below, or post or message to me via the Facebook page. And remember, until next time, my fellow addicts, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF Addicts for life. This is TFA1024, The Transformers Addict, signing out. Peace.